My God, my child is severe. हो गया. Now that child is severe because the parent doesn't have a measurement yardstick. That our society, this is how we think that if somebody has a kid who has autism, it's the same as having a child with some kind of a handicap. Autistic children will learn better when they will touch, feel, experientially connect with something. And my question, hard hitter here to all parents who are listening to me is, do you understand autism? Hello everybody. Rajni once again from Sashakt Empowering Lives. So, what is our today's topic? Our today's topic is something that I hear 3 times a day, every day, without fail. Yeah? So, before I go forward, for all of you who've joined us for the first time and wondering who's this woman, my name is Rajni. I'm a special educator, now 17 years of work experience, proud mother to a 21-year-old now, who is a working professional with autism and living and working in yet a different city away from us. I stay in Mumbai. And lots of children stay away, like parents put them in shelter homes, in assisted living places, and somebody else, does everything for them. But this is not how it is. Jay is an independent boy who lives in a PG accommodation all by himself, managing the nuances of the day. And he's on the autism spectrum, and he's a graduate, hotel management graduate, and works in a hotel. Now, this whole journey of autism being called as a disability, being given dirty names, being called whatever anybody pleases to. And if people don't find a name, they look at you and they say, ki thoda sa, all the disturbing and all the things that make a parent upset when somebody talks like that about their child. Yeah. So today's topic is autism a disease? What is it exactly? Is it a disease? Yeah. Because the only possible explanation that we give to ourselves is that, he could do it because he's high functioning. Okay. He's low functioning. He can't do. We have no metric. We have no measurement tool. I mean, it's very clear. If you have fever, the temperature will show on the thermometer, and you'll say if it is more than this number, fever is a yes. And if it is less than this number, okay, the given number, it's no, you don't have fever. Like that, you have nothing to say. This is high functioning and this is low functioning. So when a parent comes across a problem in terms of a behavior, and the child is very young, and the child is shouting at the top of his lungs, not ready to listen, making all the noise, and child ensures that he gets what he wants. Now the parent has never dealt with a kid on the autism spectrum. So they say, my God, my child is severe. Ho gaya. Now that child is severe because the parent doesn't have a measurement yardstick, right? Now everywhere they go, their expectation from the child is ground zero, totally zero. Why? Because they don't have a comparison. They don't know what actually is severe, what actually is high functioning. So these terms are so damaging to the child, that first of all, we have to, in our head, get rid of this high functioning, low functioning. Many a times a child is not learning a concept because we have not identified their specific learning style. We don't know how they will learn, how their autistic brain will perceive. What is the best way of teaching? We have no idea. And just because every other kid who's a neurotypical kid is reading from a book, writing the answers, understanding language, everything the way they are doing, their brain is wired differently. Now, we expect the same from our kid, and the amount of failure we get in the amount of time we are willing to put, we put our own so-called labels onto the kid, saying, this is high functioning, this is low functioning. Rajni is all the time talking about her son. Her son would be high functioning. my child cannot do this. Yeah. Without putting a little bit of thought to it, that this is not how autism handling is done. So the topic that today we are going to take is autism a disease? The answer is no. Is it a mental handicap? The answer is no. Is it a lacking of abilities of any kind? The answer is a no. It is a different wiring. It's a different way the brain thinks and processes information. A child with autism will process information at the same speed as another child without autism if we know exactly how to teach this child. The problem is not with the child, the problem is with us. So I was talking to somebody in the morning, an old lady over the phone, somebody, a distant relative, and I was just talking to her. It's been many days, so I was talking to her. And she said, the kind of children you work with, we have a neighbor and they have that one child like that. And I told them, go to that hospital, all the mentally handicapped children go there. And I just sat down thinking that our society, this is how we think that if somebody has a kid who has autism, it's the same as having a child with some kind of a handicap, a neurological complete breakdown, yeah, some kind of a disability, because we haven't been taught any better. So the point here is, autism is not a disease, you cannot cure it with medicines. Please, please, please don't even try it. It makes absolutely no sense. Okay? You can give Chyawanprash, you can give Cognicare, you can give any of the immunity boosters, you can give, what are those, the cod liver oil. But those are things you can give to any kid for improvement of concentration and focus. And it will help any human being, just like it will help your autistic child. So it's not about giving all of that to the autistic child, it's about giving to a Homo sapien, to a human being. So if, my cameraman here, she falls sick every 2-3 days. Yeah, and I was telling her in the morning, start building your immunity and stop eating junk. So if we start giving all of that to her, she will also improve her health. Yeah. So it's not that there is some medicine that's been created and autism is a disease and you shove the medicine in the kid's mouth and the disease will go away. No such luck. Autism is a neurodiversity, which means neuro means brain, diversity means a different way of thinking. Autistic children will learn better when they will touch, feel, experientially connect with something. We need to break down what they're studying into smaller, yet smaller bits. We need to ensure that a mental image is formed in their head when they are trying to learn something. Once we do all of that, is when the machinery begins to pick up information at the same speed and at certain times even higher speed as compared to a neurotypical. So that is how at age 21, my son, who was diagnosed at age 3, 2 years and 10 months to be precise, and somebody said to me, an expert said to me, he will only make lifafas and diyas, nothing much. So he makes pastries, he's a baker, and he's a junior chef in a hotel, because that's what his field is, but he's in a different city. Stays by himself, manages his finances, manages his maid, his food, everything, talks properly, fights with the cab drivers, tumne zyada paisa le liya, you took more money. How has all that happened at the age of 21 years? If I would have treated him exactly the same way as I would treat another neurotypical kid, not give him experiential connect, not learn about autism, not do anything different, not task analyze, not break down, this, my dear friends, wouldn't have been possible. The fact that he could cross class after class without being a school dropout, the fact that his behaviors were gone at age 6, yeah, he was diagnosed to be on the spectrum at age 3, behaviors gone at 6. The fact that language took the longest ever for Jay, we kept on working from 1 word to 2 word to 3 word until 2017 when he was 14 years of age. When he started to back and forth talk spontaneously and interact. Before 2017, he was not able to do it. We could not understand what he was saying, and we had to listen to it from another person. Yeah. So it's a very long term game. You have to understand the autistic person's brain. You have to give them autism specific training, autism specific parenting techniques, and autism specific teaching techniques. If the school is not doing that and you think that school is not understanding it, you start at your end, at your house, so that the child can cope up as he grows up. Now today, where Jay is working, nobody is giving him autism specific techniques to go by his day. But he has learned to manage the world outside because autism specific techniques were done with him throughout his life, from 2 years and 10 months to 21 years of age, right? So the point here is, it's not a disease, don't look for a cure. No medicine can do anything for it. Your Cognicares and your Chavanprash and your Ayurveda and your homeopathy can improve concentration in the child, can make him more alert, okay, which is what they will do to any other kid if given, because those are improvement and brain improving things. Just like, you soak almonds in the night and you give to the kid in the day, that the memory improves. Same way. Yeah, which every household does. Most of them I do. Yeah, and I will do it for all, including myself, without thinking who's autistic and who's not. So both my children, one autistic, one not, I'll give badam to both, because that's how it is. So like that. Don't rely on any medication for your kid, because it will never go away. It will never go away. When I say that, it doesn't mean the symptoms will never go away. Symptoms will disappear. But the symptoms have been created because the child is not brought up in a way that the child would have best responded to. That's the point here. So, at the end of it, what do we have to do? We have to empower our own selves as parents of children on the spectrum. We need to know how my child's brain is thinking and working. Yeah, we need to raise them in autism sensitive and autism specific methods, rather than crying the entire time that no school is autism sensitive, they don't understand. My question, hard hitter here to all parents who are listening to me is, do you understand autism? When you don't put in the effort to understand autism yourself, how do you expect an outsider who has nothing to do with your kid to understand it at that level and work according to the child's abilities? Yeah, and according to the child's, not abilities specifically, according to the child's specific learning style. So the buck stops here, which means it starts with me. It starts with us. We are the ones to do this, right? So if you are a parent who wants a successful future for your child, I, Rajni Singh, I'm committed to building a great future for children on the autism spectrum. In the description box below, you will find links to our Instagram handle, where we do live every Tuesday, 7 to 7:30 p.m. And we do the Autism Masterclass every Thursday, 7 to 9:30 p.m. So go right ahead, click on the links, join the community, learn, empower yourself, put in some effort, hard work. Now I'm opening myself to a lot of trolls by saying put in some hard work. People will say, excuse me, you think we don't put hard work? That's not what I meant. What I meant was, put in hard work in autism specific parenting methods, not just the regular parenting way. And you will see your kid will bloom. If you're putting in effort in the right direction, you will not have the need to categorize your child as high functioning, low functioning, moderate functioning, whatever. Yeah? And you will have success year after year. If you like the content, like, subscribe, share with people who would benefit. Press the notification button. I will see you next week.